President Tinubu and his family have decided to put Nigerians on their toes, not for a good cause. Because if you put someone says I put you on your toes, it's either for to propel you to do the right thing or to achieve your goals or to work harder. But in a case where it's so convenient for them to have so much money or at their disposal to do what they want to do. A few days ago, president's wife, Remy, said that the husband is not the reason Nigerians are suffering, that the husband just started, he just came into power, he cannot change everything in one day. And the question we keep asking is, Madam, you said your husband just came into power. This is always the slogan, the slang they use. Oh, he just came into power. PDP had ruled for 15 years or 16 years. Now that it is APC that handed over to APC, what is actually happening in Nigeria? I want to know. Is it not better we did a protest, even if it's online protest with a hashtag that will be going viral on a daily basis, than we keeping quiet and adjusting to what is not adjustable? Because it will not get to a point where people begin to unalive their own children to eat. That's when we wake up and begin to call a spade a spade. If not, the Nigerians are very good people. Do you know what would have happened by now? In countries where they don't care about each other, by now they would have been unaliving people to begin to do certain things to ensure that they make money. So Tinubu's son wakes up one morning, according to what we heard, on his birthday. His friends, that's what they allegedly, his friends were the one that bought rice in small bags, maybe like 5 kg, and put his picture on it to give people. So they weaponized poverty to the point that they will now have to, print pictures to put on a small 5 kg bag of rice to give to people. So what is annoying me is the fact that the president's wife had money in a billion whatever to give to use in commissioning a road that was made in her name or her husband's name, and then the statue that the Ooni of Ife did for her. So they have millions, billions to give out. I still ask the question: was this money saved up during when she was in the Senate? Let us know, what kind of business is she doing? Now, is it the farm she had asked people to go do that is giving her so much money? So now the government say, oh, the House of Assembly. Our House of Assembly now, they don't have work now, because I don't understand how they will say allegedly that people should not call President T-Pain. I don't understand. You beat people and you teach them how to cry? President Tinubu and your House of Reps and the Senate, do you beat children or beat people and still teach them how to cry? I think it's high time we looked into this matter. Because if it were something like when this whole Bobrisky thing was trending, these people had a committee set up immediately. They swung into action. And where did this whole matter end? So if they were swinging into action for hunger, as much as they are doing now, Nigerians would have not been complaining. Because where did your son or his friends get that kind of money in this economy to buy rice and begin to print his face on it? So now the guy is even more president than his father. I want to know, because all these things are questions I'm asking. Questions that are begging for answers. So look at the VP of World Bank yesterday exposing Tinubu. The exposing was just too much. That it would take us 10 to 15 years to be able to balance as an economy. See, let me tell you one thing. Peter Obi wouldn't have done magic, but Peter Obi would have taken steps that would take us to a better course. He wouldn't have performed magical, like everything wouldn't have happened in a day, but it would have, by now, would have seen process. Like, okay, now let us digress a little. A lady called out. This is the lady who was saying, oh, that people should get over it. Their candidate lost. They should get over it. Why are they brewing over spilled milk and all of that? That this government, we should pray for the government. Things are going to be better. All of a sudden, today we saw her news breaking. That why are Nigerians keeping quiet? How can somebody use 100,000 naira fuel in a few days is gone? Why are people not talking? Why are people not protesting? Sister, have you not noticed, guys? Let us watch this thing very well. Those people who were supporting Tinubu on this mandate, we shall stand. They have stopped standing on the mandate. Right now, they don't even know whether they have thrown the mandate. Some of them have sold. A majority of them have sold their cars just so they can feed and send their children to school. But you see, I have said it and I've said it again. Those people who were insulting people because of Tinubu, their own, of course, a lot of them have started speaking up. They started speaking up because it doesn't make sense to make people to live in abject poverty. And you tell Nigerians to understand, yet you and your family live in affluence. You live in so much. Now, the annoying part is this tenement rate they started. In those days, they were not doing tenement rate. In this thing, there's no full subsidy. You are still imposing tenement rate on people to pay, that they must pay. When last the people paid tenement rate? They weren't paying it because the government just decided to waive it for people. But now Tinubu came, he's taxing everything taxable. He's taxing very soon, before you give birth, he will tax you for being pregnant. When you now give birth and you want to do dedication, he will tax you for doing dedication. When you want to breastfeed, they take tax for breastfeeding. Yes, just a few days ago, I hear that people in the estates after my estate and the estates before my estate, they locked all their gates. As they didn't lock it because we're able to go see them after they pasted that. What are you giving back to the people? You are always coming to collect. Now the same thing you did in Lagos, where right now till tomorrow Lagos revenue, some part of Lagos revenue still goes to your pocket. That's the same thing you want to do again in Nigeria. And my question is, if they say you built Lagos, sir, you built Lagos, so nobody's struggling with you. How come? Your election showed that Lagos people were tired of you, right? And when you saw that happen during the governorship election, because you knew that if a governorship was the same day as presidency, the someone wouldn't have been a governor. It would have been someone else who will not be in your cartel. But we see a Lagos that is going to end at that very soon the person that will be Lagos state governor will not be somebody under your watch. Because see, this godfatherism has become a big plague in Nigerian politics. And until people stood up to say, oh, we are not going to accept this is unacceptable, then we'll remain at the spot we are. Because I don't see any reason why a president will be so adamant. And the annoying part is the fact that most of these presidents, they don't allow them watch TV. They don't allow them watch newspaper. In fact, they read newspaper. In fact, if they want to read newspaper, they yank out the areas that talk about what they are doing that is poor. Just yesterday or a few hours ago, this guy in Arise, Rufai Husseini, had called out the president to say, President, what's going on? Nigerians, why are you people not talking? That is it when everybody begin to, everybody is so hungry that they will have to eat hunger. Is that when it will get to a point where it will be only hunger? If by the time the president finishes this his policy that he said is going to do wonders, people will not be eating hunger because there will be no food for people to eat. Now children have to go to school. Children will have to have snacks to go to school. No matter how cheap that snack is, if the main lunch is not available, like now, if maybe your children take at least biscuit of 100 naira, which is difficult now to even find, biscuit of 100 naira, how much is food? How much is food? How much is a basket of sweet potato? How much is a basket of Irish potato? How much? Right now we'll say, okay, tomato is going down, but not in all areas. Right now, one goat is 80,000. So before December, we'll be buying goat for 150 or 200,000, and we think it's normal. We are still adjusting. Nigerians are shouting and screaming, but they are not doing the necessary things they're supposed to do. They are reacting, but they are not reacting. Nigerians are reacting against Tinubu, but they are not reacting the right way. I expect that Nigerians by now would, if they don't want us to come out, since he has decided to be charging people with treason. And the thing is, they don't even know what treasonable offenses are. I don't know if they are not reading it well for a better definition of what a treasonable offense is. So because some people are scared, because the last protest, people are still in custody. So a lot of people are shying away from doing the protest. But can't we protest with the hashtag? Nigerians, get up. Let us protest with the hashtag. I know we are kind people, and that is why we are allowing this government to take undue advantage of us. But let's shove our being kind and face this government and let them be accountable. It is unkind for us to be going through this route in cycles. It doesn't make sense at all. They are saying we should not, the House of Reps is saying we should not call Tinubu T-Pain, but that's who he is. That is exactly who he is, causing us pain. The wife is saying we should not, the husband is not the cause of the pain. The husband is not the cause, but he came into power and he didn't even enter into government saying subsidy is gone. Is that not what is plaguing us now?